American Bar Association. It's 9 o'clock tonight. That's my